All right, hi everybody. I'm gonna go live just a tad bit early. I am Ben, and this is Fuzzforge Create Series 2. That's right, Series 2. Basically, this week, as you can see over in the corner up there, we are making our good old pal Nightmare from Soul Calibur. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. Thanks for joining in. Um, yeah, so as you can see, I've got started with our standard figure frame that I made earlier today and yesterday. Now, as you can see, this arm is a little bit longer than this arm, and that's because Nightmare has this massively long, like, claw arm thing that we're going to go ahead and do as we go along. But the challenge with Nightmare isn't exactly the fact that he has a bunch of armor, and this is the second armored figure I'm doing. The bigger challenge really is trying to get his mass and size down to where I can get the detail and not lose any detail. The one I am making is that one up in the top. It's going to have the big old spike cone thing coming out of the front of his chest. So the little spike cone thing is going to be coming out. He's going to have a giant horn coming out of his head. He's going to look really cool. And I will be doing the sword too. So all details of that are going to be started. So where we're going to go ahead and get started today is I'm going to kind of shape the torso. We're going to go ahead and get started with that. We're going to try to see if we can't make him look a little bit more humanoid. And then once we get that done, we'll go ahead and start on the armor. Now, as you can see, this color blue that he has for his armor is a darker blue. I actually have some permanent marker I'm going to use to dye his armor. So when we get everything on, he's going to look a standard gray, kind of like Alphonse did, but I'm going to literally go over it and color him in with some permanent marker. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll go ahead and grab some black pipe cleaner, which is behind me. So I'm just going to grab a whole fat stack of black and set it down right there. Also, thanks to some awesome suggestions, I kind of added a little bit of light source. It's up above, and I've also kind of made the looking field a little bit easier to see. You can still see my hands. Thanks for everybody who gave me some advice on how to do the next episode. And I also want to give a huge shout out to my pals, Mr. Stitz and my buddy Sid, for donating. They pretty much funded this episode. So I want to give a huge shout out to them. Now, I know a lot of you are wondering, hey, you said you were going to do a giveaway with this figure, and I am. This figure will not stay on my shelf of pride. This will go to your shelf of pride. That is right. I'm going to be giving away this figure, so you might want to stick around if you actually want to go ahead and watch and see exactly what this guy's all about, and see exactly what the giveaway is going to be all about. I suggest you kind of stick around and see what's going on, because if you do, you might figure out a way to win him, because this guy, he's going to be winnable. You're going to be able to win him. It's going to be marvelous, and it's going to be wonderful. So. But yeah, so right now what we're doing is I'm going to go ahead and create kind of like a chest section. What I'm doing is I'm actually folding up a few pipe cleaners right here. I'm going to fold this part down into the front like so. And what this is going to do is this is going to act more like it's like a chest section that it gives more of the armor the effect that it needs. That's like, oh hey, it's pretty heavy armor. I did a similar technique with Alphonse, so I'm just going to go ahead and twist that. I'm just going to kind of rearrange this right here, and I'm going to zip this around, pull that tight, and bring it around. Now, scheduling update, because I had just received an offer for something that I don't know if I can turn down. Wednesday is going to be a little bit interesting for streaming. I will not be able to stream at the normal time on Wednesday like I did last week. I have to go help somebody out with cable management because my job as IT never seems to end when I leave the office. So, because of that, streaming Wednesday is unknown. I don't know what time I'll be able to start. I'm aiming around 3, but who knows? Things might change. Things might not. We'll figure it out as we go along. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm beefing up not only the chest section, this chest section right here. I'm actually going to beef up the pelvic section because I have to make it, again, I have to make him proportionate, and this kind of beefs up the entirety of the torso. So as you can see, it's going to be, he's going to be a big boy. I mean, this is going to be a very big model. If I was going to price this due to time constraints and everything, I usually just charge for labor time. It probably about $100 figure, if I could say right. I usually don't charge that much for figure, but for the detail I'm going to put into this guy, it's going to be a lot. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get this middle section done, and then we'll go ahead and start on getting some armor on, and we'll get the torso section done today. So I'm going to just feed this in the back right here. Now, for any of you who are joining us who weren't with us last week, I pre-made the core piece. So this core piece that you're seeing, I did not make this on stream. I do that for a few reasons. One is because making the core on stream is tedious and annoying, and it takes away time that I could be using to start up and show you how the process is done, show you exactly what I do. It's also so you guys don't steal my techniques, because I am a vain creature. Let's go ahead and get some gray. Let's go ahead and get some gray. Plop. Some gray pipe cleaner. All right. I had to put away my box. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to start basically, I kind of want to start, well, I can start on the cod section. Let me actually put a little bit more bulk on his legs, and then we'll start on the cod section, and we'll work our way up for the torso. We've got a full hour ahead of us, so sit back, relax, and enjoy thyself. And feel free, if you'd like to, feel free to be active in the chat. I do respond to people in the chat. I do talk to people, so I am pretty responsive. It is a case of the Mondays, and I understand where people are probably like, I don't want to watch today. I get it. I'm tired too, man. I understand completely. All right, so I buffed up his legs a little bit. I'm not going to do it completely, only because I need to go ahead. Hi, Alex. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the cod section first, and then I'm going to go ahead and try to see if I can widen his torso, so that way you can get more of the leg armor, more like a wider look, I guess. So we're going to start with that. Now, the back section of him, I'm going to completely guess on, because I can't find a single picture of his back section. So we're going to go with that. So first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and mold the cod piece to the shape it's supposed to be. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's going to have sort of it's got this sort of interesting billowed front, I guess right there. So the way I guess it looks is, man, if this guy were to like sit like on you, that cod piece would stab you. It does not look very comfortable. But the way this is going to look like is this is going to be this singular cod piece that I'm going to put right here, and then I'm going to go ahead and work it around from that way. Let's get this in here. And people message me on Facebook, but I'm busy. Waluigi would be very proud. Thank you, Alex. Alex, my friend Judge Alex, is definitely one of my good friends. He runs his own Twitch stream. You can find him at Twitch TV/Judge Alexander. There's a little bit of shilling for you, Alex. I hope you enjoyed that. He is also my co-host on Taking the Point, which if you guys haven't followed Taking the Point yet, you can if you'd like to. Taking the Point is our Overwatch podcast. It's taking a brief hiatus as we go ahead and get things started up for our for our studio. That's right, we're making a studio. We're gonna have a full studio. We're working on the details as we speak. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. And yeah, if you're into Overwatch, you should give us a follow on that, and we'll give you more information as it goes along. All right, so here we have the cod piece done. I'm gonna go ahead and just secure that down. If it wants to stay, please do what your job is and protect the Pinor. There we go. Excuse my humor, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm very tired. It's Monday, and I don't sleep very well on Mondays. Okay, so here we have the cod piece. I'm going to go ahead and try to beef up more of the middle section a little. Debating if I should or not, because he's kind of... Yeah, let's get a little bit more beef in the midsection. Just a little bit. Now, if you guys wanted to follow more of my projects, I have BT from Titanfall, who I'm currently working on right now. BT from Titanfall is currently an Instagram-only project, so if you want to find out more about him, you got to go on my Instagram, and that's easy to find. All you got to do is just look over here in the corner, and it's Instagram.com/Fuzzforge, just like everything else except for my YouTube, which if you also want to support me there, I need 100 subscribers in order to get a custom YouTube link, and it's very, 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 very frustrating because I think that's the dumbest thing ever. So I have to get 100. I have to get 100 subscribers. So if you could subscribe to me, please, that'd be amazing. You just type in Fuzzforge in the search link, and you will find me. You'll find me. Okay, so this is gonna fit in right like that. So I want it to overlap on the cod piece a little bit to kind of give a layered effect. That's what I'm aiming for. That's what I'm going for. So, all right, so I'm going to tie this one tight. I'm going to go ahead and bring this over here. Oh, Sid, you missed my shout out to you. It's okay, though. Thanks for stopping in, man. You're at work. It's hard to do stuff while you're at work. I get it. Thank you again for stopping in. Again, everybody, thank you to Sid. He pretty much funded this episode. And you can, too. If you really feel like being generous, you can donate to my coffee account. That's coffee, ko-fi/Fuzzforge. Basically, what it does is everything I get towards that, it's not really a donation to me as a person. It goes to pipe cleaners. You buy me pipe cleaners. It's great. It supports my art craft. It supports, it does save me a little bit of money. You know, it is you saying, hey, I like your craft. Let me give you money to do it more. But you know, it's super cool, and you don't have to donate in order to do it. But if you do, I will literally throw your name out there a lot during my stream. So you'll be my friend. You'll be amazing. Even if you still already are my friend, so it's okay. All right, so there's one piece of it. I'm gonna go ahead and start on the middle section here, and by doing that, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make a flat piece about yay big. Yeah, that's gonna be about it because it's gonna come out. Okay, I'm gonna secure it like so. So as I said earlier in the podcast, you're gonna see it be a weird gray color. I know that Nightmare is a bluish color. That will be changing as I get more in depth into the armor. I'm actually going to go over everything with a blue permanent marker. It's just kind of a dyeing effect I use for pipe cleaners. It works really well, and it brings out color. Thank you to the 4 people who are watching today. You guys are awesome, joining me on this wonderful Monday morning. For joining me. All right, let's kind of get this into shape here. So this is going to bend up, and this is going to be part of the chest torso piece. This is going to go around right here, and then once that goes here, I'm going to start creating this kind of spike piece that we got going on. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and start off with a triangle piece, and I'm just going to go ahead and make several triangle pieces, and it's going to work into place. So triangle piece is going to, whoop, I bumped my microphone. Triangle piece is going to go like that, except I think I'm going to bring it in shallow. So we're going to twist. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do the twist. I need to get some music in here. I know, guys. Trust me. Some music would be wonderful to have. You don't have to hear the silence and everything. So if you guys know any local bands who want to get their name out or anything, shoot them my way. I'll put them on my stream. Support everybody, you know. Because I know how much silence isn't fun for listening to YouTube, for listening to Twitch videos and such. So, and hopefully my goal for what's up, Dom? I am making Nightmare from Soul Calibur, so it's gonna be fun. Stick around for a while, man. So yeah, I know how much silence isn't very fun for YouTube. I mean YouTube and Twitch videos. So if you guys have friends, you just throw them over my way and tell them, hey, this dude, he wants to take your music and put it on his Twitch stream and his YouTube channel. So it's free publicity. I won't charge for it. It'll help me out dramatically if this does happen like this. So it does kind of work out. So like I said, let him know, like, hey, I know this dude who's more than willing to support you on his channel. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to make this triangle a little bit wider. So, a little wider. So, how is everybody's Monday going? How is it? How is the Monday treating you? The vicious cycle of Monday. The day nobody likes. I don't like it. I hate Mondays. Alex, you've had ravioli. Congratulations. That's amazing. All right, so basically what I'm doing now is I'm making a bigger triangle. And the idea is that I'm going to go ahead and fold this into shape. No, the last one is right. The second one's right. Yeah, it's ravioli with VO. You love Mondays. You're the only person I've ever met who likes Mondays. Congratulations. But it's okay. I don't like Sundays either. I have to work Sundays, and most people are like, oh, man, Sundays are awesome. It's the last day of the weekend. No, I have to work Sundays. 'Tis the worst. Mod you? Why am I going to mod you? I don't want to mod you. I'm in the middle of making... ban him from chat, please. No, I'm not going to ban anybody. You're all friends here for the same purpose. Okay. You're all here to watch me. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. Oh, man, we've hit 7 people watching. This is incredible. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I highly appreciate it. I'm just currently working on the chess piece for Nightmare. And so far it's going pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and combine it into the armor. Basically, this is going to go like so. So it's getting there, man. Look at that. Oh, that's going to be an issue we're going to have. Yeah, that's true. I do stream before you get to work, so unfortunately that is a problem. But you brought all the boys and girls to the yard. Whoa, my follower count just skyrocketed. Hello, everybody. Hi. I have a lot of people watching. Hey, guys. I'll use this opportunity now. If you are enjoying everything, or if you just joined us, welcome to Fuzzforge Creates. I'm making Nightmare from Soul Calibur, and yeah, stick around. If you like what you see, please throw a follow up on Fuzzforge. If you also like everything you see and you want to catch it later and show your friends, follow my YouTube. My YouTube is just look up Fuzzforge on YouTube, and you'll find me. I'll be the first channel. I'll be the only channel. And it'll be awesome. So, yeah, do that. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, I guess it is a raid. Jesus. My Twitch chat is full of interesting people. But, yeah, like I said, welcome, everybody. All right, let's get this armor down. I'm going to go ahead and use this to kind of... There we go. Perfect. Spiky Bro? We'll call him Spiky Bro. I mean, I don't know. I mean, both Alphonse and this dude are kind of spiky, so we'll see what happens. Hello, friend. Who I believe is probably Frabata. Okay, so... That's going to fit on there just like that. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and secure this. Spiny Bro. Okay. All right. That's a good name for him. Spiny Bro. I can do a Spiny Bro. Oh, this one's going to go over here. I can dig Spiny Bro. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know who you are, friend, but it's okay. I thought you might have been Alec. Our friend Alex. Which is okay. There's several Alexes that I know. I know too many people named Alex. The king has spoken. What have I spoken for? Oh, for his name? Yeah. Hello? Okay, well, I'll just call you Awesome then from now on. I mean, how's that sound? I can just call you Awesome. All right. I mean, I just lost a chunk of followers. No, that's okay. I don't do this for the followers. I do this because it's fun. So, his chest point is right here. I just need to go ahead and get it to go up, and then we'll go ahead and work on his kind of the kind of medallion section, I guess we'll call it. I guess we'll call that the medallion section, the little chest section that goes in right here. I guess. I don't know. I have no idea. That might be a case. Let's see what's going on. One of these days, I'm actually going to go ahead and start getting my my Twitch chat in the YouTube video, so that way people can see like what I'm replying to. That way, it's just like, oh, this guy's talking to himself. No, I don't just talk to myself. I engage with my friends. All right, so right now I'm putting a little bit more on the legs just to beef it up a little bit. I want to make sure that I don't kind of continue on and not be able to put more meat on the legs, because unfortunately, when it comes down to it, if I get to a certain point, there are some things I just can't go back and do. So I want to go ahead and make sure I can do that. So this is the point. This is the point where I have to look at maybe, yeah, let's start doing the arm a little bit, because the arm is going to be interesting. Now I'm going to use a brown for the arm. Grab my brown. This is going to be this darker colored brown to start off with. Grab some brown. Now what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start creating the arm. And by doing that, I want to add, because this arm's going to be huge. This is going to be absolutely massive. So I'm just going to gently poke this through his shoulder, and I'll just do it this way then. And then what I'll do is I will kind of make it, because his one arm is way bigger than the other arm. I mean, this thing is massive. He is ridiculously, stupidly massive. So I want to reinforce that arm by doing this. And I'm going to swing this around, and I'm going to do the same thing with this side. Go slower. Okay, I will go slower. So there's that. Why, so you can copy me? How dare you? So again, his one arm is going to be significantly longer, and I want to start putting in a lot of the detail that goes into this, because I also need to put in some of the detail that goes into right here, kind of like the his demonic arm. Yes, I am Jewish. Let's go ahead into doing, let's tie this around here real quick. All right. All right. I might shorten this arm up a little bit, because I'm just right now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of sizing him up, and I'm going to go ahead and start on a little bit more bulking up this arm, and we're going to put more into the detail over here. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to kind of feed it through right there. Pull it through. Kind of pull it through. I'm going to make this like this. What this trick does is it adds a little bit more bulk to it. It just kind of adds more layers when not using more layers. Okay. All right. So there's more of the arm, and then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and start doing the armor section here to go up onto his neck, and then it's going to start having some showing of the demonic arm coming out. So let's do it. Let's do it from this side first. So I'm going to bring this around. It is a science. It's a very direct science. Thank you, Alex. All right, we're going to do that right there. We're going to go ahead and twist this around. All right, and then what I'm doing right now is I'm cranking. It's a little technique that I learned. I'm cranking this to tighten it up to bring this up closer to the neck. So that's why it looks like that currently. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this. I'm going to throw this one through his shoulder. Maybe I won't. I'll try to. Well, I taught myself. I should want to say I learned. I taught myself. You can ask him when he's done. He's not exactly made yet. No, I learned it for myself. This is something... So over the years, when I do this, I've just kind of taught myself techniques. When I say learned, it's more like I've learned from experience. Like, hey, do this, and try something different, and, you know, try doing this. It's just a learning process. It's a learning curve. So if you guys are just tuning in, hello everybody. My name is Ben. This is Fuzzforge Creates. This is Series 2 of my wonderful series, Fuzzforge Creates. We are making Nightmare from Soul Calibur, as you can see up here in the corner. Basically, what we're doing right now is we're just creating the main torso section, and we're getting a pretty good chunk of it done. He looks pretty good so far. I'm actually going to grab some thinner brown and start doing some of the veins and the tendrils going from the armor into the arm. Thank you for tuning in, Alex. I got into this particular medium because I got bored one day and I saw pipe cleaners and I was like, oh, pipe cleaners. Let's see what I can do with these. And I just started twisting them. So it just kind of works out. I'm going to grab some brown. Which I'm slightly low on, but that's okay. We're not going to need very much of it. So basically what we're going to go ahead and do right now is I'm going to go ahead and start taking this thinner brown. It's going to add more detail into it, make it give it more of a mixed color palette, I guess you can call it. But I'm going to start morphing this into the armor, kind of sewing it in almost. What this is going to do is it's going to give it that whole veiny look. The whole look, there's like part of his arm built into his armor. And with some shading and some detailing, it'll look a lot better. But I'm going to go ahead and start on this. I'm going to feed this through down here. We're already almost a half an hour. Woo! A little bit. I'm good with my hands. All right. So that extends out to here, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull this back over here, kind of tie it to give it more of that appeal of veins, and we're going to go ahead and add more into here. It's a little difficult to do, I guess you could say, because of just how organic he looks and how... I don't want to say non-organic pipe cleaners look, but it's just to bring down the look of these veins. You really need to. I guess I just really need to kind of go with the flow a little bit with how I want it to look in terms of spiny brow. Okay, so basically, I'm just adding more of that effect in to his armor. Now, the trick on this one is I'm going to feed this up and see if it works. So just in case you guys are just tuning in and you haven't heard my whole spiel yet, this is Nightmare from Soul Calibur. He is a fun guy to make. I am actually enjoying myself. He's a pretty good challenge. This might take me a couple more episodes than just 5, so we'll see what happens. I have no idea. I think he might have taken off because I know his work internet kind of stinks. So now we're getting to the point in this arm where I need to start making a little bit more detail for muscles because it's covered in muscles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece, I'm going to fold it over, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap this, not tightly, loosely. And what this does is this kind of gives more of the effect of a muscle. I'm going to feed this through. I use the same technique for making Dragon Ball Z figures. So it's just kind of stick it right there. And then right now, it doesn't look like much, but when I start putting in more detail, it's going to start looking a little bit better. So there's that, and as you can see, everything looks pretty good so far. So far, so good. Just in case you guys wanted to support me even more, like I said, my Facebook is Fuzzforge, my Instagram is Fuzzforge, all kinds of other cool stuff. Hey, thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate you stopping in. He is swole, Allison. What are you doing? What do you mean make him swole? He's already swole. Look at him. Look at how swole he is. All right. So let's kind of mold it into place a little bit. Let's go ahead and... I need to bend that down a little bit. There we go. I'm going to get the rest of his armor section in right here. And for that, I'm going to need some yellow. Or some gold. Let's actually get the dark. Let's get the other side of gold here. So another thing I'm looking at doing once I get more time and I actually build my other computer to put up here, I'm actually going to be putting my setup in the basement, so that way you guys can actually like watch, and I don't have to keep running around and grabbing everything. It's all going to be readily available to me. So that's something that I'm planning on doing in the future. I just need to build a new computer first. That's the difficult part of it. All the swole. Okay, so this needs to rest like right over here. It's going to be kind of that section. His head's going to be a pain in the ass, but that's okay. We'll figure that part out as we come to it. Let's go ahead and tie that. All right. Kind of bring this into like sort of a medallion-like piece, I guess you could call it. Again, I'm going to call that medallion section. All right. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to break that piece off. Twist and tie that around. I'm going to bring this piece. Whoop, nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. And there's that section. So there's this. Which section looks better? Maybe I want to use this bottom section. This looks a lot better. In fact, I think I might. This looks a lot better than the other one, so I'll tie that. I'll bring that around. All right. Yeah, he's pretty swole. He's getting there. All right. So there's that, and that's going to go right here. Swole for days. Bruh. All right, let's go ahead and... All right, so there's that section. We're going to go ahead and tie this in. Now, for him, I'm going to have to bury this into the brown on this side because it looks like on the picture this is where it starts like feeding into like his arm. So I want to make it look like it's sort of melted, like kind of morphing into his arm. So I'm going to do that, and then I want to get a little bit of angle on that. So I guess what I'll do is I'll do this. I'll keep this up top. I will, come on, tie that down. All right, there we go. Sorry, I had to pull him off camera for a second to get a little bit of a closer look at him. All right. And we're going to go ahead and pull this one tight. Yeah, I don't know where all those people came from for following. That was for everything, for watching. That was crazy. I had 13 watchers at one point in time on this stream. That was nuts. I don't think I've had more than 6 at one time. So, but hey, thank you to everybody who's been sticking around so far. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. If you want to support me more, go ahead and follow my page to find out when I stream. And then you can also follow my YouTube page. That's you just type in Fuzzforge and you'll find it. I need 100 subscribers to get a custom URL. And then once I do that, I can be /Fuzzforge. So yeah, I guess I am moving up in the world apparently, and I appreciate whoever shared this out. Like, if you haven't shared this out, I would appreciate if you do. If you haven't, that's okay. But if you have, I want to thank you, because you sharing this out is probably what brought all those people here. And if some people are like, this isn't really for me. Like, I really appreciate your art. I'm gonna go back to this side because this side seems to work a little bit better. Some people are like, I really appreciate your art, but this isn't really for me. I don't really want to watch you do it. That's fine, and I understand it completely. But at the same point, like, somebody else that you know might be like, oh, dude, that guy's making a nightmare, and he's going to give it away. Like, I kind of want to win this nightmare figurine that this dude is making. I mean, that's why I usually share things. Like, even if it's things that I don't usually share, I'm like, oh, one of my friends might really enjoy winning this, or one of my friends might really want this. So, how can I make money off of this? You want me to get paid. Well, I do this because I don't really want to make money off of this. What I'm doing this for is just because I enjoy doing it, and it kind of gives me something to do before work. If you want to donate to the cause, I have a Ko-fi account. That's ko-fi.com/Fuzzforge. And basically what that is it's just kind of like I support your art and I want to give you money. And everything that you put towards that, everything that you donate towards that is going to go into a pack of pipe cleaners. So pack of pipe cleaners is $3. So if you just donated something as little as $3, that gets me a pack of pipe cleaners. If you donate something like something astronomical, you'll support an entire episode and I'll figure something out to repay you because that's amazing. Which, again, speaking of which, I want to give a huge shout out to my friend Sid, who is currently watching, and my friend Mr. Stitz, that's Carl Stitz. They pretty much just funded this episode by themselves, so I want to give a huge shout out to them, a huge thank you for pretty much buying all these pipe cleaners for me, and I will continue to do this stuff for them, and I will continue to tell them, hey, thank you so much for supporting my art, and I will find a way to thank people who ever donate to my Ko-fi account. Now, I don't have a Patreon. Somebody asked me once, like, hey, do you have a Patreon? I would do a Patreon account. I don't use Patreon because I don't like Patreon. I don't have exclusive content. I don't believe in exclusive content for what I do. It's also exclusive content for me is like I'd have to find more time to do it. And right now I'm already kind of strapped for time and effort with this, so I don't do a lot of Patreon like stuff. There's nothing I could really do for that. So I just say, like, hey, if you feel like donating, donate. If you don't, it's nothing against you. I understand money's tight. It's a bad economy. I get it. It's a terrible economy. So now what I'm doing is I'm adding more veins to his arm and kind of giving the armor more of a defined, like, grotesque look. Again, you can somewhat see the detail in the veins. I'm going to go ahead and add some tan in here to give it more of a veiny, kind of bony look now, because I guess he does have somewhat of a bony look about him on his armor. So there's that. I feel like his armor could be bigger, or I could center this down more. There we go. Okay, that works really well. Spiny Boy is what we have dubbed this, Operation Spiny Boy. Looks like I'm meeting an influx of different people today. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. What are we at for time-wise? 38 minutes? Cool. We're doing so far so good. Let me grab some thin tans. All right. Got me some thin tan. And again, I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to go ahead and do the whole infected look. Bigger is better. You are not wrong. All right. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that, I'm going to kind of bring this around. Now, yeah, I want to get more of that decrepit look. That I hate everybody, so I'm in a fighting tournament to kill everything on the existence of the planet kind of look. So I'm gonna kill everybody in this fighting tournament style kind of look thing here. It is a very specific look. It's in Burberry's new 2018 catalog. All right, I gotta pull this in. Oh, my stream is screwing up. Oh man, that's not good. All right, so there's a little bit more to the vein kind of look. I'm gonna tie this up and around. Now I'm going to go ahead and twist that around. I think so far it looks pretty good. Does anybody disagree or agree? Comment in the stream if you agree. All right. We'll have to figure out his arms here in a second, but that's what we're going to do for that section. Now, I always like Nightmare because he sort of reminds me of one of my own original characters. And you're going to fund a Donkey Kong episode? That's fine. Let me know. I'll let you know when I decide to do a Donkey Kong episode. But he reminds me of one of my own original characters. So I really enjoy him as a character. Let's go ahead and get more muscle mass on him. I have to remember where the camera is. I got to draw a section out of where like the camera will hit. That way I know like, oh, this is where the camera is going. Okay. Now, just in case anybody was wondering about commissions, commissions are currently not open. I don't have the time to do any commissions right now. I've been working on some time to get some commissions in, but unfortunately, with the way time goes and my full-time job goes, I have a few commissions I haven't even started on yet that I need to start doing. Yeah, I need to. I need to take like a permanent marker or something and start doing that. That's the idea. Unfortunately, I haven't really had the time to do it, so. That'll be next on the project list. That'll be next to do. That looks pretty good for an arm. A little hard to bend, but that's okay. I'll figure that part out. Now, in the picture, he has some sort of red effect in his hand. He has some sort of like red effect. I'll just color that in with a permanent marker. Might be a little easier. I can add some detail in with pipe cleaner, but I think for right now, just kind of adding in the detail to the arm might be what we're gonna aim for today. And we're at about 45 minutes, so I got a little bit more time. We'll go ahead and wrap it up. Now, he's also tough to do because he doesn't have a normal muscle structure like a normal human. Like, if you look at him, his muscle structure, like, he doesn't have biceps or triceps in his demonic arm. It's just a bunch of muscles. So anatomy-wise, it's really hard to kind of, like, grasp, hey, okay, what muscles are which. Getting all that down. I'm going to tie this to this pipe cleaner right here. Kind of tie that around. Kind of bring that around like that. I think I'm gonna leave these two. I'm gonna leave this open. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that open because I'm gonna add more of the arm to it later. So right now we're just gonna go ahead and move that to the side. Let's go ahead and get some more bulk on the arm real quick. That way I can start doing the shoulder sections. I actually got a lot more done with this episode than I thought I was going to, because I thought I'd be spending most of my time doing majority of the torso, but it seems to work out in my favor. Now, I'm doing a technique that I taught myself to add extra strength onto it. It's going to be a little bit bulkier than I normally do it, but that's okay. So now it's just a little more strengthened while adding, and it's still got that layer on there, but hopefully it won't interfere with the armor. It won't make them look like too shredded, because there's a fine difference between like swole and like, oh shit, maybe he is too swole. Maybe there's too much juice. So we'll see. So there's that for his arm. Okay, let's go ahead and do let's go ahead and I'll show you guys what he looks like real quick. So, as you can see, this is Nightmare so far. He's looking pretty damn solid. I'm thoroughly enjoying this build. Let's go ahead and get the shoulder armor mapped out. I'm not going to make him thick, Allison, you weirdo. Alright, let's go ahead and get this down. So his shoulder armor isn't too big, so he doesn't need to be thick. Alright. So we come to the conclusion, and we're well close to the 15-minute wrap-up mark, as I like to call this. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. It means a lot that you guys came and supported me. I always like it when people come in and watch my stuff. This is why I put on this show for you guys, is to kind of watch and marvel at my creation. There we go. Just like that. He is not a plus-size queen. He is a normal-sized demonic figure from... I don't know his backstory. I should probably take a look into what his backstory is. That might be an idea to do before the next episode. I'm gonna give a normal guess and just say, like, he was a normal dude, and then that sword did something to him. Okay, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to bring it around. I'm just adding detail to the shoulder armor, so this will just take me another moment. There we go. I'm going to bring this around and stick it like that. So I want it to be like just like that. I'm going to get rid of this piece. And then I'm going to grab a thin black pipe cleaner because I need a thin one. Because I don't want to add too much more mass onto it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the black pipe cleaner right here and I'm going to feed it up through right here. Just going to kind of twist it. Okay, I'm going to kind of put this under. I'm trying to figure out what to do with this gold piece. We're going to... Okay, and I want to do that. Then I want to take the piece. I got to add on a unicorn horn onto it, so I got to do that too. But I want to take this, and then I'm going to go ahead and not put it through. Maybe I should use the brown piece. That'd have been better. In fact, I might just do that. Shit. Leave the black on there. We'll put some black detail in there, but I'll go ahead and use... do I have any more, like, thin brown? I don't think I have any more. I have to go find some. No! That's okay. I'll figure it out. Because I'll just go ahead and do the... Go ahead and do this. Oh, hello! Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see what we got in right here. And then I will just kind of swing this around. And is this where the secondary piece is? No, wait. This, I need to get the gold piece. So the gold piece is going to stay to this. So I'm going to tie that in right there. Ha-ha. Mwahahahaha. Alright, so there's that. I'm just going to go ahead and... This is just going to be a securing piece. There will be a lot of darker color pipe cleaner going through this. So, and then with the detailing, I'm going to go in with the permanent marker. Which, again, depending on how long this series takes me, you might see me do the detailing, you might not. Which, in either case, I don't know if anybody... If you really want to see the detailing, like if you really want me to see me go in there with a permanent marker, I can do that. If not, it's also up to you. It's completely your call. I'm at the mercy of whatever you guys decide that you guys want to see. So, I'm going to pull this tight. There we go. Not as tight as I wanted it, but that's okay. It looks pretty good. I'll add the unicorn horn right in there. I'm going to just kind of tie that off and get rid of this piece. It's always weird when I do that. Just sort of gets rid of the excess, and that way I can just sort of roll and tuck it in. So there's what we have on Nightmare so far. I will... Great for Justice. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Like I said before, if you guys like what you see or you guys want to see more of it, just share my stream. I will always be more than happy to show up for fans. I had a huge surge in people come in earlier, which was amazing. I don't even know how 13 people even found my stream. So, you know, it was pretty awesome. Still kind of beaming about that. That was really cool. All right. We're in the final stretch for the 10-minute mark. Let's go ahead and see what else we can do. I'm not going to do his head yet. His head is going to be the last thing I do. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm going to kind of remorph this section right here. Let's go ahead and start on the other shoulder piece. We'll go ahead and do that. So I did it like this. Well, that didn't go as planned. That's okay. I'll just go ahead and do this. Bring it around. As we're coming to the closing of my streaming episode 1 for Series 2, I want to go ahead and give a huge shout out to everybody who's joined me today. Anybody who's joined in passing, anybody who's just kind of watching this on YouTube after the fact, thank you so much for tuning in and supporting me. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, if you want to see some figures, I will have what I'm now calling Pipe Cleaner. I'm calling Fuzzforge Showdown. So Fuzzforge Showdown is going to be the voting process to getting to seeing whatever pipe cleaner you want to figure what you want to see in. So if you want to see, for instance, I saw a Donkey Kong on here, I will add that to a list and we'll go ahead and do a Donkey Kong one of these days. If you want to see something like maybe I'll do a Smash Brothers one, or if you want to see something in particular, like I don't know, something from one of your favorite shows, just tell me, add it to the list. I'll go ahead and take a look and I'll add it to one of the showdowns. Series 3 will not be a showdown. Series 3 is actually going to be a Series 3 is going to be a I'm going to be doing it for actually I will add Sonic to the list. Definitely. I can add Sonic to the list. I'm not adding every Firefly character. I'll do Mal Reynolds. but I'm not adding every single one of them. Um, Judge Alexander, who was in here in the chat earlier, he requested a Phoenix from Heroes of the Storm. I'm going to get that one done for him because he is a stand-up gentleman and I owe him. So because of that, I'm going to be doing a live stream of his figure creation. I sort of messed it up. Yeah, not a problem. I sort of messed up on this shoulder pad, but that's okay. I can do another one. That's not a big deal. The fuzz is everywhere right now. I guess that's why they call it Fuzzforge. Ha, ha, ha. I'm so funny. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, not a problem. I'm a huge fan of making whatever. I like the challenge. Like, if it's something... I've actually... So, back a couple of years ago, I actually did a Sonic once. It wasn't to the standards of what I'm doing today. It was when I used to do, like, really small figures. Like, they were, like, that big. I could do, like, a small figure. But I haven't done a full-size Sonic yet. So that's definitely something I can add to the list. I have no problem doing that. That should be a lot of fun. Maybe what I'll go ahead and do is I'll do like a Smash Brothers one, and I'll do just like, hey, here's a showdown, and maybe I'll do 2 series of that. I've already announced the showdown for series 3. It's on my Instagram. If you didn't take a look at it, you're more than welcome to. If you look carefully enough, you can. I mean, I didn't do a very good job of blurring it out, but you can pretty much see the 3 things it's going to be boiled down to. I will not give away what they are boiled down to. Maybe what I'll do for the Smash Brothers episodes, I'll do a multiple of 5. I think that'd be kind of fun. If I do a multiple of 5, like instead of just doing it 3, I'll do a 5-way. That sounded wrong. Sorry. But I'll go ahead and I'll do that. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Okay, that looks like a good shoulder piece. I'm going to go ahead and start working on this detail. But yeah, so the next showdown is going to be Series 3. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and take the winner from that and make it. And then I don't know if I'll give that one away. I might give that one away. I might make it a thing. But if you want to see a giveaway, but not like a Twitch giveaway, I am doing a giveaway on my Facebook page for up to 500 followers. So if I get 500 followers, I will do another giveaway. That is right. I will do a giveaway. And it will be glorious. Thank you, Allison, for interjecting your weirdo-ness. You dweeb weenie. Living in 2077. Speaking of 2077, I cannot wait for Cyberpunk 2077. I know it's a little bit of a stretch that I just made right there, but I seriously cannot wait for that game. It looks like a shit ton of fun. All right, wrap that up there. Kind of pull that in and sort of bend it down. One of the biggest problems with making pipe cleaner figures is that the fuzz gets everywhere. Like, it is all over my desk right now. You should see the giant pile I have to clean off when I'm done. It is the worst. I'm not doing very well for phrasing today, am I? All right, we're going to mount this and we're going to be done with the stream. So let's go ahead and finish that up real quick. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, no. Okay, I had to pull them closer to me so I could get it like situated. So sorry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this and put this through here. Kind of zip tie. What? One in the slot. I'm going to bring this up and around. This is going to go right here. All right, I'm going to bring that back down this way. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, because I have beautiful hands. They are a little uneven. I'm going to make this a little bit more demonic looking because it's got to look like it's going into the arm because it looks like that part of it is also in the arm. But that is what we have for our good friend Nightmare. He is pretty much he's coming along. He's not done, but he's coming along, man. Let me get one more piece in here. I'm doing something else in here real quick, just so I can kind of take care of all the loose ends here. And it looks like we are about to hit an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream right here. I'm going to set him down so you guys can take a look at him real quick. I know he just looks like a pile of fuzz and wire, but this is what he looks like so far. So this is Nightmare. He's going to be bigger. He's going to actually stand pretty tall. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to support me, all my stuff is right here. That's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and of course what you're watching now. Commission status is closed. Any announcements I'm going to have, any announcements I'm going to have are right here. And then of course current project and my company. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, if you could do me a favor below, like, comment, subscribe. Whatever works. If you guys want to see something, I have the Twitch stream always up and running. I'll see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We'll see you guys later. Thanks again for tuning in.